Well, good morning, church family. This week I've just been reflecting on Mark's gospel in preparation for Resurrection Sunday. And boy, we know that on Monday and Tuesday, Jesus is pretty busy disrupting the religious system in Jerusalem. Jesus is about to change everything that they would know about how to exercise their faith. Um, and so the religious leaders are upset. They're questioning Jesus' authority. They're questioning just everything that he's saying. They're attempting to get the crowd to turn on him by making him say things that would offend them. But Jesus, in his courage, so even with that courage that we talked about, being the king riding in on Sunday, Jesus stood toe to toe with the religious leaders to point out and to pronounce judgment on them. Jesus exposes their pride. He calls them out for extorting the poor. He calls them out for making lengthy prayers for show. Um, Meanwhile, the crowd is soaking this in. They're loving what Jesus is saying. They're gathering to hear Jesus, while the religious leaders, they are getting more and more angry to the point that they are looking for a way to kill Jesus. And then we come to Wednesday and everything goes silent. The scriptures don't record any activity in the temple. We can't be certain of what was happening, but there's speculation that Jesus and his disciples are preparing for the Passover. And Matthew, Mark, and John's gospel record this beautiful moment of worship that happens amid the chaos. And it's possible that it happened on Wednesday. Jesus and his disciples were at the house of Simon the leper in Bethany when Mary took a pint of expensive perfume and poured it on Jesus' feet and wiped his feet, excuse me, with her hair. And there's this beautiful line in John's gospel, and it says that, and the house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume. What a beautiful moment of worship. Of course, it's interrupted by Judas. Judas criticizes her for wasting all that money, but Jesus stands up for her. He defends her at this point. He says that in pouring this on Jesus' feet, Mary was preparing Jesus for his burial. And so Jesus rebukes Judas and the other disciples, saying, "You will always have the poor among you, but you will not always have me." And when you look at this, it seems at this point that Mary's the only one who realizes what's about to take place in 2 days. Jesus is about to be sacrificed as the Passover lamb for the sins of the whole world, and even his own disciples can't see it. Mary, the one who worships, has her eyes fixed on Jesus. She's been listening to every word that Jesus has spoken during his ministry, and she's not distracted by her own ambitions like the disciples were. You see, Mary understood Jesus' mission, and she responded to it. And I think we can learn from Mary this week. And my encouragement to you would be, don't get distracted by the things going on in the world this week. Fix your eyes on Jesus and worship him. Jesus is going to be exalted among the nations this weekend as we preach his death and his resurrection in homes all across the world. And so my encouragement to you is to do not fear, pray. Pray for the nations, pray for our country, pray for our city, pray for your neighbors, pray for your own family, anticipation of the glory of God that will be revealed. Know that I love you. I'm praying for you, and I'll be on here again tomorrow. God bless you.